Well, hello YouTubers, and welcome back to the Holtz Missile channel and another hot shop tips. Today's topic is going to be on tramming in a machine surface that's been damaged without having a reference surface to work off of, and that relates to this vise right here. There's been a plethora of vise restoration videos, and I could have easily made this one into one as well, but the principle is all pretty much the same. This one just didn't need any de-rusting. It was slightly damaged. Mechanically it's still in good shape, so all it needed was a little bit of love, a little bit of grease and adjustment of the gibs, and it was good to go. But one thing that was going on with this vise is that the jaws were severely damaged. And you know how it goes with shop vices. They get beat on and hammered on and welded on, and workpiece pops out of the jaw and takes out a corner, or damages it somehow or another. And that's what was going on with this guy here. He had quite a bit of damage going on just in the jaw area. The anvil portion of it wasn't too bad. I just took off a little bit on the back just to kind of get the big dingus McGee's out, to give it kind of a flat surface again. It's a little wavy, but it's serviceable for what we're going to be using it for here. This is our welding table here, by the way, and we just needed a vise on the corner because this table over here is going to go out. This corner is going to get dedicated to welding, so the acetylene torch is going to get moved over here, and we needed a vise on the table. And so this vise will eventually disappear, and we'll be without a vise in this corner. And anybody that's done any welding knows that you got to have a vise. So anyway, as I mentioned before, the jaws were damaged. There is no reference surface on this thing. I clamped it down to the table on the mill, and of course, got the horizontal surfaces all milled off, and got them up to snuff, and then it come to the vertical surfaces, and that's where a problem arose. So how do you tram in a machine surface that's been damaged in order to remachine it without having a reference surface? So let's take a look at that, and here's some footage on how the machine was, the vise was set up on the mill, and how we're going to tram it in. So as you can see, we just took a parallel and clamped it in the jaw. Because we're working with ambiguities here, there's bench vices aren't precision made. So the precision that is applied here really isn't all that critical. You just need a general direction. The holes in here were off a few degrees, so as I bolted the thing down to the table, I noticed there's quite a bit of discrepancy there, where from one end of the jaw to the other there was like 3.5, 4 millimeters of variance there, so where the parallel pulled away from the jaw. So once we got the thing trammed in, here's another close-up shot of the final tram. As you can see, we got it within a couple of hundredths, which for this vise is plenty good enough. Now we're not going to do the surface, the clamping surface of the movable jaw. There's enough slop in the system here that it will conform to the fixed jaw, and later on I might just run this all out and take a grinder and put that waffle face back in there. Not that critical. This is just for welding, for holding items. It's not really all that critical that it has something really substantial to bite into a workpiece. So anyway, that's how we solved that problem. And of course, did the ends of the jaws. So now we don't have a nominal size in the jaw anymore. Let me see here. We've got, this was 110 before, or yeah, 110 millimeters before, and now we're down to 108, something like that, or 107. So, you know, c'est la vie. It's just a vise for beating on, for, you know, doing welding jobs and stuff like that. But well, YouTubers, I hope you were able to glean a little useful information out of this little video here. It's going to be kind of short and sweet today. I do have some more machining topics coming up. There is going to be a lengthy series on a wood chipper that I'm going to start restoring here in a couple of weeks. And then also we've got some tool holders from Ideal that we're going to be copying. There's the tool post on the lathe that is in the shop here is made by a company named Ideal, and they have been around for God knows how long. And so the tool holders are extremely tough to get. I saw a set of them in eBay. They were $250 a piece, and there was 4 of them. But they were 2 sizes too small, so availability is a problem. And so I made 2 already, and I made those 2 in a separate method, and then I got these blocks right here for the new ones that I'm making. I'm going to have 6 altogether. One's going to be a boring bar holder, and the rest are just going to be regular slotted tool holders. So with that, that's just kind of a heads up on what's coming up in the future. So those of you who are fans of the machining content of the channel, don't despair. There's going to be lots more to come. It's just a lot of this stuff is, you know, run-of-the-mill stuff. YouTube's full of it. There's no point in trying to, you know, force you to sit through projects that you can see somewhere else, and you know, is essentially just a repeat of material already in the channel. Well, YouTubers, that's a wrap for this episode of Hot Shop Tips. If you were able to glean any useful information, by all means, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and by all means, you know, put your thoughts, comments, suggestions, and critiques in the comment section below. Any little bit of traffic is always beneficial to the channel. It helps it move up in the rankings. YouTube's algorithms are a little quirky, so sometimes, you know, a video that gets a lot of comment traffic, for some reason I have some, you know, some evergreens that on the subject of wood drying. They get lots of comments. That video has done extremely well. I wish the rest of them would do as well as that one. So if you have any thoughts, comments, critiques, and suggestions, by all means, put them in the comment section below. It's definitely duly appreciated, and I do due diligence to answer them. If there's just, you know, a general statement and I read it, definitely give it a thumbs up if I've read it, and you know, if it's something that contributes to the monologue, I'll definitely give it a thumbs up, or I mean give it the heart, give it the love it deserves. So with that, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you all again very soon in the Holtzmichel channel.